today, right now, we're going to be looking at this particular effect that sounds like this.
Once again, flowing through my hands, hey. Once again,
All right, did you hear that? Let's listen to it here.
money getting spent, yeah.
Okay, and this is the effect. It's super, super easy to make. Most people that make this effect do it in some type of variety of way close to this. There's no right way to do it, but I'm going to break down my exact chain here, and it's going to be something along these lines, okay? So first thing you want to do is pick certain words in your vocal that you can send to this delay, okay? I'm sending them, lots of the time I will do the send at unity gain, which is 0, but in this case, this is getting distorted anyway, so I'm sending it full juice all the way on these particular words. So I've automated the send here, okay? This is the send of the delay throw. I've automated that so that only those words are being sent to this track, okay? And on here, I have Echo Boy. This is just a delay plugin. You don't have to use Echo Boy. You can use whichever you want. I have it on the ping pong setting. I have the width kind of in the middle, so the ping pong isn't fully left or fully right. It's more subtle. And I just have a quarter note, okay? Make sure that you set the BPM to the same as the song. And you're going to start with just a very, very basic ping pong delay throw like this, okay? Have a listen.
Once again, flowing through my hands, hey. Once again.
Okay, and did you hear how dry that was? I'm going to deactivate actually the rest of these sends here just so we can listen only to this effect. And let me actually get a better view for you guys here. Move this maybe up here. Okay, nice. All right, so there's the first step is add a ping pong delay. Second step is, and this is the one that most people don't know about, is some type of flanger, okay? Your DAW, whichever DAW you're using, don't worry if you don't have Pro Tools, just grab whichever stock flanger. Like, really don't overthink this part. All we're doing is adding modulation, okay? Flanging is modulating the signal in a particular way, and I just have a little bit of this going on, okay? So have a listen. You can steal these settings if you'd like, but have a listen once we add the flanger after the delay. Yep, after the delay. So it's messing with the delay.
Once again, flowing through my hands, hey. Once again, money getting spent, yeah. I offend.
Do you hear kind of that modulated chorusy type of sound? Let me bypass it.
Hands, hey.
Okay, and with the flange,
Hands, hey.
it's probably easier to hear on this one.
Getting spent, yeah.
So that's without, and here's with.
Getting spent, yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like a chorusing sound. Then I'm adding some actual chorus on after, and this is a detuned preset. I literally grabbed this detuned guitar. Obviously, it's not a guitar, but guys, if you haven't realized it yet, there's no rules. It doesn't matter. I can use a detuned guitar preset, and then I tweaked it. I changed the rate a bit, and I'm just mixing in a little bit of this chorus. So it's flange and chorus, a combination of them, okay?
Money getting spent, yeah.
Do you hear how that just leans into that detuned sound even more? Here, let me mix it in more.
Money getting spent, yeah.
Okay. So we're just adding a little bit of chorus, a little bit of flanging. And flanging, chorusing, phasing, these are all time-based effects. And this is where we're getting that like weird, kind of trippy, really interesting sound that are on a lot of these background vocals. You hear a lot of these, these effects and these delay throws in modern pop and rap and trap songs like this will have some type of weird wobbliness to it. And that's where that's coming from. Now we're going to distort it. So I'm just using, once again, these last few plugins here are stock from Pro Tools. If you have Logic, use Logic. You just grab like a stock distortion, whichever your DAW has, add a little bit of crunch to it, a little bit of drive, okay? Now it's going to sound like this.
Money getting spent, yeah.
Do you hear that? It's just a little bit of soft distortion. Let me mix it in all the way so you can hear.
Money getting spent, yeah.
Okay, so that's at full blast. We're just going to give it a little bit just to crunch it. And when you distort something, what distortion does is it makes it pop. It helps it pop. It helps it cut through the mix. So this is just making sure that, it's giving it a little bit of edge and crispiness to cut through. And it's also just helping those those background delay throws pop in the mix, just so it doesn't get lost in the back. It becomes its own distinct part that you can hear. Okay, so a little bit of distortion. Now I'm putting Echo Boy again, but I'm using a reverb. Echo Boy has reverby delays within it. But if you don't have Echo Boy, the idea here is to put a long, repeating kind of reverb feeling delay, or just put a reverb. Honestly, at this step, you can just put any reverb that you have. Make sure you don't leave it all the way wet though, like you're mixing it in, okay? And lots of times people will find this as, there's an argument whether you should put a reverb or a delay on the actual track that you're doing it versus sending it. So I could be, for example, sending to this reverb, but I'm actually not going to do that in this case because I want to mess with this reverb too. So in this case, I'm adding the reverb. Remember, this Echo Boy plugin I'm using as a reverb with this preset I made called the Galaxy. And basically just put a reverb, really long time on it, and it'll sound like this next. And we're going to mess with it after.
Money getting spent, yeah. I offend just by flashing hands, yeah.
So that's all the way to the wet, okay? Now let me dial it back to where it kind of was.
Money getting spent, yeah. I offend.
Do you hear how now it's in a space? Before, it wasn't in a space.
Money getting spent, yeah. I offend.
Okay, now you're going to add your reverb, mix in the wet a little bit, right?
Money getting spent, yeah. I offend.
All right, there we go. And finally, last one is just a little bit of more movement on the panning. Now, I know this is a ping pong delay, so it's moving a little bit already. It's moving left and right already, but this is just going to mess with that even more. It's going to screw up what the ping pong delay is trying to do, and it's going to move it kind of in all directions with, I'm just using a subtle movement preset here, but you can really, set it however you'd like, whatever width. I just want it to move around and mess with this delay even more. Okay, so this is my current chain. This is how I do it. Sometimes the order of these plugins will change. Maybe you'll distort it first. Maybe you'll distort it at the end. Maybe you will pan things with automation. Maybe you'll just like this. Maybe you'll like the sound of a phaser or not just flanger or chorus. But this is the formula that works for this type of background vocal effect. It's going to be some type of flanging, chorusing, or phasing. It's going to be obviously some type of ping pong delay or some type of panning delay. And it's going to be distorted a little bit, crunched up a little bit to make sure it pops through. And then it's going to be wet and in the background with some type of reverb. Okay, so make sure you have all of those or whichever combination of those you think works for your song. And then by the end, you're going to have an effect that sounds like this. Okay.
Once again, flowing through my hands, say. Once again.
Okay, and I can dial in the volume how much I want if I want it to be really loud. Let's listen to this in the context of the song.
Money getting spent, yeah. I offend just by flashing hands, yeah. Flashing hands, yeah. She ain't sure.
Okay, so it looks like when I originally did this, it sounded good to me somewhere around this volume level.
Once again, flowing through my hands, say. Once again, money getting spent, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing there. I have some other effects on here that sound like this, all in context.
Once again, flowing through my hands, say. Once again, money getting spent, yeah. I offend just by flashing hands, yeah.
Okay, and there's kind of a way to do this, especially with rap vocals, because rap vocals sound really, really, really good when they're dry. But if they're completely dry, the song doesn't have any life. It just feels like it feels too much like a demo. So it needs just a tiny little bit of space. And there's a particular way to do that. If you would like to see that, please comment and let me know. I need to know from you guys, my viewers. I will literally make any video you want me to make. I have mixed hundreds of songs professionally like this. This is what I do every single day. And right now, while this channel is small, I want to make videos that help you guys. And now is the time to comment and ask me for those things, because I'm going to be able to get to most of those comments and make most of those videos. So I really want to help you guys out. leave those comments for me. I want to help you. I want to show you these things. I want to make this stuff so much easier for you to get and start using in your songs. So here is this effect. If you want to learn more about mixing, definitely go download my ultimate mixing tips and hacks guide. I'm going to leave it in the top of the description for you. I think you're going to love that. But in the meantime, you can start with this effect here. You can dive deeper in that guide and comment down below what you want to see next, because I'm happy to help. I'm happy to make these videos for you guys. I appreciate you being here watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Let's have a listen to how this turned out.
Once again, flowing through my hands, ay. Once again, money getting spent, yeah. I offend just by flashing hands, yeah. She ain't shook, I got too much bands, yeah.
All right, my friend, that's all for today, and I will see you next time.